irrefutably. Now, that is what we are presenting to be engaged in, and the essence of this meeting, however, is to take you through and walk you through a workflow, how this can become easier, how this can be done strategically, how this can be done, perfectly. So that is why we are here this morning. For those of us who have been a Flexichurch partner already, we are here to carry you through a process that can quickly make you, convert a lead into a contact, and you can begin to earn from them. Now is very simple. There are just 3-level process that can help you quickly turn a lead into a contact, a lead into a business. That is, you attend a church, or you know somebody that knows, the lead pastor or the head pastor of a church. What you want to do first is to establish connection. And once you establish connection, I would recommend that you enumerate those connections and give them one single shot at the same time. What do I mean by that? Have a list of your prospective churches, handy on a paper, and that becomes, a launch pad that you can build your strategy around. Number two is to build the bridge. To build the bridge, you need to introduce Flexi Church as a solution to problem. You need to manage challenges they're having in managing, their church operation and activities, and asking some form of questions that if somebody could produce or could render a solution in this area, would you appreciate it? I give you a case in point of a church, that has come on board Flexi Church with all their 25, 26 branches. What was the issue? They were looking for a solution that can help them automatically engage their members. Oh, they miss anniversaries, they miss birthdays. If you are a pastor, you understand how major the issue of somebody not calling a member of church on their birthday is, or the church WhatsApp admin forgetting to post the picture of that member on his or her birthday. Even I myself, I belong to, my old student association. I think last year they missed my photo. They didn't post me for that day. I felt slighted. I felt unappreciated. I felt all kind of feeling that, a normal man should feel. Just because somebody forgot to do that, that happens in the church, and before you know it, it becomes a rift that creates a drift away from the church. But what Freshly Church does is that nobody forgets anything. Nobody has to remember anything. That is one of the ways you pitch to a church that automatically, the church will appreciate people on their naming ceremony. We greet them on their birthday anniversaries. We, in fact, Flexi Church can call the person directly with the pastor's voice and welcome the person to church. I appreciate the person for coming to church last Sunday, and all of these things are what triggered this church, and they came on board with their 26 branches. Imagine the lead that brought that church. We talk about millions here. 25% of millions paid has made that guy forever. So you build the bridge by understanding the church, or is it a case of a church that they don't have social media engagement because their medias are not recorded, or maybe they don't have a good camera in church? What you would just go and say, hey, you can have a video, a presentation of this service using Flexi Church. They will ask you why. Say because all you need is to use your phone to record this message, in audio, and send to Flexi Church your picture and this audio message. They will generate a HD full video of yourself for you. Or we did it for a pastor. We got his picture on the Facebook, and we went, looking for one of his messages. And the question is, when did I preach this message? Because that video never existed. No camera recorded it. But Flexichurch generated a natural video that, the pastor could not even know whether it was in me or was it somebody else. So you need to build the bridge. You need to understand what is key and what is major, a need they need to solve. Excuse me. People will go to any and every length to solve a need, just like you are. Everybody will do what they can to solve a need. So if you are projecting and capitalizing on the need you have observed within the church, then you have a soft sell. You have a soft sell. And when you are presenting, that is the third bridge. When you are presenting Flexichurch, don't present it as a product. Offer it as a solution. Help them see the value and much more that you are giving. Help them see the value and much more. And when you do that, you are already, on a good footing to convert. Excuse me. When you have a good product that is well presented as value, you don't need, you don't need to stress on it. And one thing about Flexichurch, that Flexichurch is beyond a product. It is a valued render, a solution provided to churches. The product sells itself. Currently, Flexichurch, has these statistics, and just within the short time that we've launched, we've been in over 20 countries already. Been in over 20 countries with all these values are being offered. For example, for a church that has multiple branches, church that has network of churches, one of the major issues they have is real-time reporting and real-time reporting analysis from their branch churches. How finance, are handled, how members are managed, how how members are managed, how finance are handled. These are issues. They can't see it in real time. And there's a whole lot of sabotage in the process. Flexichurch can help churches with hundreds, thousands of churches to be more administrative with just few clicks. These are the things you are selling as value to these churches. These are the things. Now, quickly, those are ways you can wrap your hand around your initial strategy to approach churches, to approach them, to present. Don't forget the bridge. It is very important. Establish a relationship before trying to sell, right? Have engagement. Show concern about solving problems in the church. That is how you can quickly turn things around. There are two strategy modes you can use. The offline marketing strategy. The offline marketing strategy, which is when trust is built face-to-face. The offline marketing enables you to build trust face-to-face. The first on that offline marketing strategy is a courtesy visit. This is where you actually demonstrate your I don't want to use the word empathy, your concern, and just a courtesy visit. Maybe you can book a 15-minute visit with a pastor. You can print out a single pitch and ask them about their administrative pains, and what it is that they think is a major problem in church administration. You'll be shocked what you will hear them say to you. You'll be shocked, how they expose a can of worm, and you'll be hearing the pastor say, how I wish. If you're a pastor, you understand what I'm saying. So just book a courtesy visit, with a pastor, and just have a simple 15-minute discussion. And from there, you can pick this up. So I also attend fellowship, like ministers' fellowship, the national meetings, where there are clusters of people, gathered together as pastors. That gives the opportunity to stage a single show and blast to multiple audience. And that kind of meeting is always often very interactive. So what you want to do is to look for people, maybe other organized minister conferences. And if you are not even given a stage to address all the ministers together, what you have had is that in that conference, with materials, you can hand over maybe during the tea break, during the lunch break. You can approach one or two ministers and have this quick conversation without having to book formal appointments with them in their churches. And the output of that kind of engagement is that they will invite you over to come and have more discussion. So when you are knocking the church door, or you are telling the secretary, I have an invitation from your pastor, and when the pastor is reached by secretary, say, yes, I invited him. That is a strategy. So as a power partner, you can now begin to look at flyers, look at adverts of where ministers are holding conferences or where denominations are holding meetings, and you can have this, as a reach. And one thing we have also built into the Flexichurch program is partnership chain, referral chain. What I mean is that you may not have a direct contact to a church, to a pastor, but you know somebody that has ears of the pastor. You can also introduce Flexichurch Power Partner program to the person and say, hey, if you get me your pastor to sign up into Flexichurch, we are going to earn this every month also. So what that means is that one single effort, you are recruiting a power partner of which you yourself can earn 5%, in if that deal is sealed, giving 25% to the person I introduce you. And you may want to say the chunk is going to the person. The truth of the matter is that you only need to have 5 of that kind of persons to earn 25%, on effort that is not yours. So there is a referral chain, which, you can, a pastor can, somebody can introduce you a pastor. And also without, introducing Flexichurch referral program, if you have won a pastor already and the pastor is enjoying Flexichurch, you can just put a word to the pastor, please, can you introduce me to your friend? Then satisfaction is key. And there's a guarantee of satisfaction with Flexichurch. There's a guarantee. Everyone that is on board, there is a guarantee. That is what we provide. Also, make sure if you need materials, you can leave something behind. We have several materials, as Flexichurch, physical materials we can send across to you to aid and to enhance, your sales strategy. And when you visit, you can leave them behind. The flyer can be left behind, a brochure can be left behind. And I would advise that you can also print Flexichurch Power Partner business card. And we have what would I call it now? The logos that you can put on it, and you're a certified Flexichurch Power Partner. So you can print an invitation card and just leave them behind when you which is the online marketing strategy. The online marketing strategy can begin even now. You have emails, you have email box. You can start sharing, Flexichurch, ideas through contact of pastors you have in your email. I have WhatsApp on your message. You can request some Flexichurch materials, video introduction that you can begin to share, and they'll begin to ask you questions. Please don't spam a pastor, but make sure you are able to engage them. You have WhatsApp groups that you can also reach out to, but don't spam. Make sure you have the rights and the privileges to share information, because if you don't have access and you are sending message, for example, it's quite offensive to just send me a flyer when you have never even communicated with me. Relationship, don't forget where we started from, should be built, should be established, but you can leverage on online platform. You don't know who is reading your wall on social media. Rather than just posting things that does not add value or does not add value, you can begin to share, Flexichurch ideas. People will be asking you, what is this? What is that? I have been speaking. I have other speakers here because of our time. We don't intend to take time. I defer to the Chief Operating Officer to put in words at this point, and subsequently, our GM also will put in words. COO, thank you.
All right. Good morning, everyone. I do hope I've been heard clearly. I've been having some network issues this morning. So we have had a lot as regards how to approach customers. Sorry, how to approach pastors and church leaders with the good news, so to say, of Flexichurch. And like we have had also, the essence of this meeting, the Power Partners meeting, is to equip us with what to do now and how to do them and the tools with which to do them. And that is what we're trying to do. Just like the Chief Technical Officers was saying, where he stopped, you will see on screen, it says WhatsApp is your number one weapon. And if you know how much people do with WhatsApp these days, you will know that you can actually go do a lot, for Flexichurch and with Flexichurch on WhatsApp. Okay. We have been given one very, very interesting tool on WhatsApp called Status. You don't know how many church leaders, church pastors, church administrators are in your contact. So putting things on your status alone can go a long way in advertising Flexichurch. You see a lot of people coming back to ask you or to talk to you about these things you have been posting. How can we be a part of it? Okay, so if you make it a point of duty every day, we have a lot of beautiful flyers, beautifully designed artwork that we have posted in the group that we'll soon post. We'll keep posting day in, day out, that you can put on your WhatsApp status, and people, get into in your inbox asking you how to go about it. And then that's going to be a serious
Church
beginning
is
point.
low with the new administrator, with the new church.
Is someone talking? Okay, so so that's I think that's going to be a beginning point. But before I move on, I want to share with us a statistics that I found out myself. Okay, so I'm going to use Nigeria. I know we have a lot of countries represented here this morning. I'll use Nigeria as an instance. Okay, modestly, statistics show we have above 80,000 churches in Nigeria. Okay. We have above 80,000 churches in Nigeria. Now, so the question is, how many of those churches do you want to have in your cover? Now, depending on where you are. Now, among those 80,000 churches, just less than 26% of them, which I actually doubt is true, have one church management application or software or the other they use at the moment. So we are talking about less than 20,000 out of 80,000. So we have about 60,000 churches that still manage things manually. Okay. Now we are not saying that those that are even using church applications or church management softwares presently are out of your market. Right now in church, in Flexichurch database, we have churches that are migrated from one church management app to Flexichurch because, like we have been saying over and over again, Flexichurch has no match as far as church management software is concerned, either in Nigeria, in Africa, or the world at large. We have competitors, but there is no match. We are, far, far ahead in terms of tools, in terms of things that can be done on Flexichurch compared to other church application softwares. So now, assuming that you are not even talking to those who are on a church management software, you are talking to those who have not heard of anything, who still manage things on paper, who are still grappling with a lot of difficulties. Then you have a whole lot of market, a whole lot of churches to talk to. RCCG alone has over 23,000 branches. Assemblies of God alone has over 16,000 branches. I'm talking about in Nigeria alone. Nigeria Baptist Convention has thousands of churches. Anglican has thousands of churches. Okay, so your market, your reach is very, very wide. We are not presenting a product that you won't be able to sell. Apart from the fact that the product sells itself, you don't have to talk too much to sell it. We are talking about the fact that there is a wide pool of market, okay, that is available for you to sell to. So it now depends on how creative you want to be in selling. It depends on how on your ingenuity or your creativity with selling, and that's what we have been talking about. Another thing you need to know is that we support you in every way. So the moment you are able to get a church to put their details on Flexichurch and register, our operations team pick it up from there. So you just find out that you are not, we take the struggle of conversion off your hand, because our operations team will be on their neck, showing them how to do things, taking them through the system until they move from free plan to paid plan to growth plan, then to other plans. Okay, so you won't find this job difficult because we have everything you need to succeed, starting from materials and to manpower and every other thing that you need to succeed. Because I joined late, I don't want to repeat what have been said already. So I'll just stop at that point. I'll allow the GM to take it up from there and possibly add what has not been added already. Over to you, sir.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Fantastic morning. And I want to believe that you're already picking up a lot of things. And all these things will not be said at once. We can't fully deliver all the strategies to you in one meeting. But I would give us some nuggets right now. We will begin to build on some of these things. We'll be developing them as the days goes by. All our meetings on Wednesdays and on Thursdays will be giving us tips like this. And like the CEO just said right now, will be on hand to guide you, to hold your hands, to lead you through the minefield, whatever you need. You need a letter, you need us to help you speak to someone and all that. We'll be doing that. But this is what I mean, just to robustly flesh what the CEO said in some of the things, some of the strategies he gave to you. I want to tell you this: don't sell the software, sell the problem. When you approach a person, for example, a pastor, you don't begin to talk about Flexichurch. You ask questions like, how do you currently follow up first-time visitors? Or how do you keep track of your members? How do you communicate with the entire church? I mean, what happened when somebody have birthday occasions, stuff like that? How do you spread information and stuff like that? Then you ask questions like, what happens when your church secretary is unavailable? When you don't have a secretary around, or you have not even been in that position to employ a secretary yet, you have to do all things by yourself. You see, once you identify a pain point, once you identify a problem, then you can now present the relevant portion of Flexichurch as the solution to that problem. It's easier for you to start conversation that way than to just go ahead and say, oh, I want to introduce you to one app, it will help you and all that and all that. Until you identify their problem, you cannot profile a solution. And just like one of our flyers said, your phone contact is your circle of influence. You can, I mean, if you look through everybody on this call right now, if I ask you to pick up your phone and scroll through, you will see so many numbers that started with the word pastor. I mean, several phone for a phone contact that the first thing you wrote at the beginning of the name is pastor. So that those are initial contact, initial market points for you to start with. If I'm going to give you an assignment right now, I will say go through your phone, write down all those numbers. And those who know that are even in church leadership, maybe an elder in a church, a decision maker in a church, an administrator in a church, a deacon in a church, a deaconess in a church, and so on and so forth. Anyone that you can leverage or you can go through, write down all their numbers. You will find out that you have over 50 to 100 contacts like that in your phone. You have not started. If you start, you will know. Some of our phone, for like my own phone, for example, carry over 1,000 contacts. The last time I was checking, I was surprised that I have up to, more than 1,500 contacts on my phone. And many of us are like that. Some of you even have more than some of us. And if you scour through all those numbers, there is no way You won't find 50 pastors. You won't find 50 to 100. Someone that is connected to a church that you can use to penetrate a particular church. So let's not kid ourselves that this thing is not doable. It is easily doable. And like I usually say, let me end on this note because I don't want to bore us too much and I don't want this meeting to prolong for too long. I usually say this in all of our partners meeting. Flexichurch is such a phenomenon that is going to take over. It's going to go all around the world. It's going to come to your community. It's going to come to your backyard. It's going to come to that church on your street and the one in your area. The question is, will it get there through you or will it get there without you? And somebody else that is so far away from your location will be picking money from around you there. So that's the question you should ask yourself. There are pastors, there are partners, for example, who have signed the churches that are not even in the state where they stay, not even in the country where they are. They are signed. So you have Flexichurch is not something that confines you to make money only in your location. You can make money anywhere in the world for as long as you can. You can get that church to sign up. If you sign up a church in Canada and they are paying in dollars, we are not going to hold that money back from you because you are living in Ghana or you are living in Zimbabwe or you are living in Kenya or you are living in Nigeria. Or whatever you make comes to you, and there is no boundary. No, it's not location bound. It is global. So get your mind thinking globally, get your mind thinking this is possible, and then you can do it. Let me just stop here for now so that we can ask our questions and we can move this meeting to a close. Thank you.
All right, so let's see if you have questions. Please, if you have your questions, can you just signify if you know how to on this platform? If not, you can just unmute yourself and speak up. Let's take our questions quickly.
Hi, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir. Good morning, Saibel.
Yes, I'm Bishop Abel Korkia from Cape Town, South Africa.
Right, so go ahead, Sir Bishop.
Yes. My question is, after you have forwarded the Flexi information or you make contact with the pastor, after that, and the pastor is interested, well, are you sending your link to register, and then from there, Flexichurch will take over and assist the pastor, or how does it work?
All right, thank you so much, Bishop. So the way it works is that every power partner, intending power partners to register on flexichurch.com/FPP. We're going to drop that link if you have not registered. If you have already, you have a link, a unique link to yourself, a personal URL, and a code. Okay, so what you do is that if you send that link to anyone that's making an inquiry or anyone you are referring, the moment you click on your link, whatever they do there comes directly under you. In fact, if they click through that link, they can't change the referral code. Okay, that referral code is, it sticks to that, and it's just they come under you automatically. Okay, now if they have gone to Flexichurch already, you can send them your code. If you register on Flexichurch Power Partners link, through that link, you can send them your code so that they can impute it to their registration form and they bring them under you. So the moment that happens, the moment they sign up under you, okay, and they test out the free, then they look at the workspace, immediately they are in our database, they will pick it up from there. Okay, we begin to follow them up and ensure that they come up fully so that you can actually have some profits that accrues to you. I don't know if I've answered your question, Bishop, sir.
Yes, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Then just another question is that for myself, that because I signed up as a power partner, but I don't think you have received my bank details. So I just wanted to know, is that a challenge in terms of doing payments, or does you doing the payments to to my account, or does the church do it directly to my account? I think I understand it. It goes to Flexichurch, and then you pay the agent.
All right, sir. Thanks so much, sir. Please, CTO, can you answer that quickly?
All right. Once you signed up as a Power Partner, on your workspace, the Power Partner dashboard, there is a place under the settings where you can put your account number. That is real time. It's going to, once you put your account number, it's going to ask you to select your bank, and it's going to generate a sub account for you. Now, when a church pays and the money comes to Flexichurch, automatically your commission is credited to your wallet on the Flexichurch workspace. And from that wallet, you can initiate a withdrawal. Once you initiate a withdrawal, in less than 24 hours, the money hits your account that you have mapped to the workspace directly. That's what happens. And at the end of every month, the accounts are settled, but you can also withdraw your earnings on demand. By that, I mean, anytime you have money that gets to, I think, a threshold of $2 or $3, you can initiate a transfer to your account. Or at the end of the month, whatever is in your wallet gets settled into your account immediately. What CEO said earlier also, if you referred a church, maybe the church has gone to Flexichurch, they have heard about Flexichurch before, but you convinced them to sign up and they did, and they didn't use the referral link, you can just raise a ticket, I refer this church. When we verify, and the church can be also be brought under your link. So that is the way it works.
Okay, thank you so much. Then maybe lastly, on the Flexichurch app, does all the services or the that you offered is it on is there a list, and is there also like all the plans how much it costs? Because I just wanted to make sure about that.
Yes, on the flexichurch.com, there's a pricing page that has each of the plans and the price. I think for the growth plan, it equates $3. For the advanced plan, it equates $30. And there's a free plan, and they're all stated on the website and what you get on each of the plan. We also have enterprise plan, that is custom-made plan for churches that have special requirement that don't just want to come once. For example, you want to sign up as a diocese, maybe as a bishop, you have maybe you belong to Anglican Communion and you want to bring a diocese that has multi-level branch. Then we can be talking about the customized plan, which that is our enterprise plan. That has no price. That is purely on negotiation based on the structure of you are bringing into the Flexichurch. So, but on our website, the retail pricing are there. In Nigerian naira is 15,060. By the time you translate it to South African rands, I don't know how that comes to based on real-time exchange rate. But on your dashboard, if you are visiting the site, you're going to see it in your local currency, because every church pays in their local currency. Now you're going to see the real-time conversion value in your local currency and pays. But there is an enterprise plan for special requirements, for special needs, and what.
Okay. Then I just want to check with you. Do you have already clients in South Africa, anywhere in South Africa?
Yes, I think we have some churches already registered from South Africa. I think there is this, and we have quite a number of churches and quite a number of partners in South Africa. And just like in South Africa, if you want to have some special working relationship with Flexichurch, because we have a super partner which is higher than AI power partner, we can have a conversation to that effect, and there's some other extensive support that we can give.
Okay, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
All right.
Bishop, thank you so much, Bishop.
What is the name of your church? Have you registered your church too on Flexichurch?
I still need to register our church. The name of our church is Hope Independent Ministries, South Africa.
All right, thank you.
Well, thank you so much, sir. So I just want to say that for more information, we have a brochure. So I'm going to post the brochure in the group, or I don't know if you are in the WhatsApp group, but if not, we can broadcast the brochure to everyone so that by email, so that you have the brochure and it has everything that Flexichurch is all about, so that you can learn about Flexichurch, and also it also has the pricing details. We have that on that brochure. We also have a WhatsApp channel, okay, that has details of how to use Flexichurch, different videos on how to use Flexichurch, how to use different tools on Flexichurch and growing, so that people can use that to know more about Flexichurch. So thank you so much, sir. I want to ask if there's any other person with any question. If you have,
Yes, please. Good
okay.
morning.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you so much for the sessions. My name is Israel. I'm just coming on this training for the first time. Part of my question was going to be the possibility of getting access to a brochure. You just talked about it right now, and I'll be looking forward to getting that. My last question would be, so what is the structure when it comes to communication? So I'd like to understand if I their questions can be answered, clarity provided. How will I, how will the conversation go? I mean, at what point do I, at what point does my role ends, in terms of connecting the back office with the prospective ministry or pastor that I'm speaking to? I just need to get clarity around that. Then finally, I would appreciate also getting the materials that you talked about. I mean, one of the speakers spoke about some materials that we can use for, more like engaging our social media audience on WhatsApp, maybe on Facebook and other platforms. So those materials, I would really appreciate get, however.
All right, so thank you so much, sir. So let me just address your questions one after the other. Number one is
These are just.
All right, so the brochure will be made available, like we said. So that will be made available. Then the YouTube link will also be made available. Your second question talks about the communication flow. Now, let me say first and foremost that, well, your duty, your responsibility can be as long as you want it. Okay, you can build robust relationship with those who refer. The fact that we said Flexichurch has operations personnel that will talk to your referrers doesn't mean that you will cut you off from them. Okay, so you can maintain a robust relationship communication with them, and have them as your own sphere, and gather them and follow them up on and on. Just like the CTO said, we have super partners who are like the face of Flexichurch in regions, in countries, in environments. So you can be one of such that people, the go-to person for churches in that area as far as Flexichurch is concerned. Okay, so your role doesn't actually end if you don't want it to end. And talking about communications, all of us are open to, you can contact me. I'm the Chief Operations Officer. You can contact the Chief Technical Officer, who is also the CEO. You can contact the GM or any of the admins in the WhatsApp group at any point in time. And talking about, addressing your group, any time, any day, if you have a group of churches, that you want us to talk to, enlighten them, train them, show them the benefits, it's a question of fixing a day, okay, and having a WhatsApp Zoom meeting for all of them. Even if you want a physical meeting, of course, if that's possible, we can arrange that. If it's worthwhile, if it's needed. But what is most accessible is the Zoom meeting. So you can, gather your people let's create a Zoom meeting, and then let's talk to them. We'll take a training, have a session with all of them. We can do that over and over and over again. So we are here for you. So the last question was about, sorry, can you remind me, what was that about?
Yes, it was about the availability of advert materials.
Exactly. So
again, for display of
yes. Again, after this meeting, that will be sent. The game will send as many as you want. We send as many as you want to you, either personally or to the group. Okay. So I think what should happen is that if you need the materials, okay, just chat with anybody in that group. If you are in the group, if you are not in the group, okay, you can send your phone number or your email on this chat box. To this chat box in Zoom. So we contact you and send you as many materials and videos as you want for your work to get things started. I don't know if I've addressed your concern, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. You've done justice. Thank you.
All right, sir. Thank you so much. Any other person, please? Okay, somebody asked if Flexichurch is in Sierra Leone. Flexichurch is everywhere in Africa. In fact, Flexichurch is global. Okay, I think it was answered. Okay, so Flexichurch is everywhere. It's global. Okay, if there is no Flexichurch using Flexichurch in Sierra Leone yet, be the person that will be our super partner in Sierra Leone. Okay, be our face in Sierra Leone. Then, let me say, colonize that area, if I'll use that word, for Flexichurch, and take that market for yourself. Thank you so much. Any other person? Any other questions? All right. I've seen your number. I will get you.
I don't know if Mr. Godfrey has anything to say. That's one of Flexichurch super partner. Mr. Godfrey.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. I just want to encourage my fellow partners that this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to be a part of a revolutionary technology that has immense value to churches and the way we do ministries. Most of us have our own ministries and churches. We are already on board and we are using Flexichurch to enhance our productivity, visibility, and the way we do things now. Gone are the days that we rely on manual way of doing things. And we were praying for something like this, and now it has come. And then now God has even blessed the leadership and the management of Flexichurch to bring some of us on board so that we can be a part of the growth. So as Flexichurch is growing, we are also growing with it. So I want to encourage everyone on the call. It doesn't matter your location in any part of the world. You can be a part of the evangelist of Flexichurch. Just to conversationally, I love what the CTO said earlier, that don't forget the bridge, that just take advantage of relationship we have with other pastors in your network and the pastors that knows other pastors, just to help them understand their pain and how you can introduce Flexichurch as a solution to solve the administrative and operational pain of churches. I understand that many people have concerns in terms of privacy, in terms of their data and all of that. It has all been sorted in the platform because it is a platform that is compliant with all both local and international rules, regardless of the country you are. Everybody can WhatsApp it, you can Google it. In fact, somebody told me that their church wanted to build their own website, and I said, oh, it will take you forever. So I developed a sales pitch with regard to that if you are going to start and build your own website, you can't do what Flexichurch is doing. The best your website will do is to give you online presence. It will not give you administrative tools. It will not give you operational tools. It will limit you, and then you will pay higher. And Flexichurch is just something that is affordable. You can be doing on a monthly basis and all of that. It doesn't take much from you, but it gives you everything. It's an irresistible offer if only we are willing to just share with our people. And one of the things I want to also add is that by the grace of God, all the support we need as a partner has been provided. So one of the most important things to do is to just get the churches on board. Is to get them on board to explore. That is one of the reasons there is a free plan. It's not going to cost, there's nothing to lose. It's not going to cost any church anything to register your church, get yourself onboarded, become familiar with the platform, explore it and all of that. And then you too, if truly you are a ministry to bear fruit, abiding fruit, if truly you are a ministry to have result, then you will realize that, you need to do more and leverage on technology. By the grace of God, we are leveraging on Zoom technology today. We are leveraging on WhatsApp. We are leveraging on Facebook, TikTok, this and that. We see that early adopters are those that are like celebrity churches or celebrity pastors today because they understand the power of technology. And now this is another technology that is powered by artificial intelligence that we are privileged to hear about and be a part of. Those that take advantage of it early, they will be the ones that will control the future of church and ministry. And so that is my encouragement. And I also want to thank and celebrate the leadership team and the Flexichurch management for all the support, because I can say some of us have asked for so many kind of support and it has been granted so that we can succeed together. God bless you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, everybody.
Well, thank you so much, sir. We appreciate your words. Apostle Godfrey has been a super partner, just like he was introduced. Has been working, referred a lot of churches, and they're doing fine. All right, so thank you so much, sir. Any questions? Let's take final questions before we call it a day today. Okay. If there are no questions, then we'll draw the curtains here. Let me assure us that right after here, we're going to be dropping, we'll drop brochure, we'll drop links and whatever that is needed on the group and for everyone that needs it. Next week, Wednesday, is going to be the next day meeting for Power Partners. We're going to be looking at other strategies that we can use to publicize Flexichurch and take it around the world. So we'll see you then. On Monday, we have Flexichurch subscribers user training meeting. That's 8 p.m. West African time on Monday. And that's going to address each tool. We are looking at each tool in the Flexichurch Works platform, and then we'll train churches on how to use them. And we have that every Monday evening. So if you want to be a part of that too, it will help you to be able to talk to churches more and even provide support without necessarily talking to anyone on Flexichurch if need be. All right, thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you for being a part of it. We'll see you again next time.
Thank you. Bless you.
God bless you, sir.
Thank you for your time. God bless you.